Oh, you thought I left? What is going on? Everyone that is here, NYG31. So you're the only one here. There's a couple more. Let's get some likes, please. I know the stream is just starting. I haven't been here in 2 weeks, but let's get this shit rolling. We have a lot to discuss. Okay. Now I've missed the last couple of weeks solely on the basis of work. Work is the reason why I haven't been here. A couple weeks ago, I decided, I had some shit I got to do, so I went in and worked overnight. And then last week, I covered a shift. I was working throughout the whole day, 6 to 7. The week before, I went in at night. Could have done a show, but I was sleeping because, like I said, I went in overnight. So I went in at 9, got out at 6:30 in the morning. But I don't expect a lot of people to be in here because it's been a hot minute since I've been on. I'm pretty sure all the little following that I did have is kind of fallen by the wayside a little bit. So it'll be a surprise that I'm on if anyone comes across my shit. But the two people that are in here, can I get a like, please? It helps out everything. I need to give a shout out to the BGN Sports Media Network, Bird Gang 31. Everyone's link is in the description. NYG 31. I'm not complaining. I mean, my paycheck this week, I was on I think it was in the 3 days that I worked of overtime, I got almost like 40 hours, almost a whole week's worth of fucking work in 3 days. So my paycheck was balling. You know what I mean? So, but we have a lot to discuss here. And I wish there was more people that are on here because this is going to piss a lot of people off of what I'm saying. I mean, NYG31, if you're still in here, this may end up pissing you off. I'm not sure what your stance is on this, but we're going to go back. We're going to go back before I decide to piss everyone off on my stance of what I think of the Brian Flores situation, right? And we're going to emphasize the Flores part, okay? But before we get into that situation, I want to talk about the Cowboys situation. Dating back the week after we lost, right? The week after we lost to the Niners, and there was so much talk about, and this is why I was like, fuck, I wish I could do this show now. It's going to suck having to go back 2 weeks, 3 weeks to talk about this stuff because it's kind of old news, but it's something that I didn't want to do a video about because I had so much stuff to say, right? So now I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. This Cowboys fan base, and like I said in multitude of my videos, this Cowboys fan base. Shout out to Simus because this is one of his things. Is a lot of 80%ers, a lot of media listeners, right? And I mean, yes, I listen to the media, but the difference is when I'm listening to the media, it's shit that makes sense that I know what my team is. I know what my owner is. So when certain things come out in the media that are being said that is truthful, I can understand how. Now, when shit is just thrown out into the ether, right? And Cowboy fans run wild with it. That's when I laugh and I have to talk shit and I got to troll. What's up, Alexander? What is going on, buddy? Look, the guys that are in here, I appreciate you, but I need you to understand something. I'm not so much speaking to NYG31, but if the other 3 people that are in here that are Cowboy fans, I need you to understand something. No, not my dog barking. But when I'm speaking and when I'm saying shit about the team, 95% of my shit is truthful of what I view the team and how I view the team and the way the team conducts itself. You have let's just go for this Sean Payton bullshit, right? That is out there. Let's talk about it, right? So even though it's already passed, we're not beating a dead horse with a stick, but this is the first time I'm live talking about it. So this Cowboy fan base that is throwing this shit out there. Look, and here's the thing. I'm getting made fun of. People are talking shit, running their mouths. I mean, I had like a week after the fucking Cowboys got their shit pushed in by the Niners, right? A week after that, there was what are those safe spaces on Twitter, right? That safe space shit on Twitter. There was a discussion going on about how Sean Payton is going to be the Cowboys' new head coach. There was discussion talking about how Jerry Jones, because of what the Cowboys are, media-driven and all about entertainment, right? But they don't understand. And this is what the 80%er thing comes into play. Shout out to Simus once again. Comes into play is you have, yes, the Cowboys are media-driven. The Cowboys is all about the ratings. But if you actually think that the Dallas Cowboys are going to run it with Mike McCarthy, and Jerry Jones has already said that he believes Mike McCarthy will bring a Super Bowl to the Cowboys. Mike McCarthy isn't going anywhere. He's not. I'm not the first to say it. I'm not the first to think it. But once Jimmy Johnson said that Jerry doesn't like to be wrong, that solidified everything. 20% of what true Cowboy fans actually know. I mean, so let's get back to this little fucking safe space of Twitter, right? That this little talking set, whatever the fuck it is. I sat there and I laughed. I laughed my ass off because people were actually talking about the Cowboys are going to make a head coaching change within a week or two. If they don't, they're going to do it by the Pro Bowl or the Senior Bowl. That's when it's going to happen. I had Cowboy fans, right, that apparently do talk shows, women, guys, all kinds, telling me that it's going to happen, that Sean Payton's going to go and be the next coach of the Dallas Cowboys. And this is based off a whole bunch of bullshit. Straight up. What I got told that I like to talk about people's money. You're damn right I do. When they don't fucking deserve it, you're damn right I do. And when they're just trying to put out bullshit, so dumbasses like certain Cowboy fans, I'm not going to name names. First of all, I forget what the fuck his name is, but, these 80%ers who actually think they know some shit, right? They have Dak Prescott's brother on, right? And Dak Prescott brother doesn't even know shit. I mean, Dak Prescott's brother Thad was on there on this podcast, on this live, talking about Dalton Schultz was averaging like 13 targets a game. I don't even think Dalton Schultz had 13 targets in a single game. In a single fucking game. I think Dalton Schultz's most targets was like 11. I mean, it is fucking ridiculous the family of Dallas Cowboy players don't even know shit, and they're there watching the fucking game. They're there watching the fucking game week in and week out, and they don't know a fucking thing about the team. Because they're not fans. They're not what we are. Not even close. I guarantee you they would those same players, right? The family members of the same players, if they went to a different team, they'd be all on that team's nuts. Just like the way it is always been. That's why I laugh when I hear someone get drafted by the Dallas Cowboys. They sit there and say, "Oh, I've been a fan for all my life, yada, 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 whatever." Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. Yeah, everyone's heard it, bro. So, this is what I'm saying. Boyz4Life, who you got winning the Super Bowl? I got the Bengals winning. That's who I want is the fucking Bengals. If I didn't make you get a Twitter, you would not troll at stupid Cowboys fans. You're damn right. I mean, you know what, Mitch? I've said this. You know, this is my boy Mitch right here. The other two people that are in here subscribe to my homie. But before I get to that next comment, because I've been out of the loop with Cowboy shit. I've been not struggling, but I've been so much into my work this week. Like, I actually applied, and not applied, but I got a call for an interview for another promotion. Even though I just got promoted at work in November, I have another promotion coming up. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But Twitter opened my eyes to a bunch of dumbass Cowboy fans, retarded ass Cowboys fans. What you think about Dak? Which interview? Because I have no idea what. And because Dak can suck my dick for all I fucking care. Because to me, he needs to be gone. He needs to be gone. I mean, everything that I have said about Dak and how he needs to be gone and the way he's played, now I'm seeing some shit on Twitter about how Jerry is setting the tone to get rid of Dak. And people are getting pissed. People are getting pissed because they want to get rid of Dak. We need to. That is a horrible contract for an average. If you're talking about the or you must be talking about after the I don't even know. I don't even know what interview you're talking about. But before we get to this comment, I'm going to stroll down real quick. I want the Bengals to destroy the Rams. Okay, so I want the Bengals to win solely on the purpose of, even though I wanted Stafford in a trade when Dak Prescott snapped his ankle, because I really think if Matthew Stafford had the weapons he had with that O-line last year, I think he could overcome that shitty-ass fucking defense. But I want the Bengals to win because the Rams are up shit creek if they don't win a Super Bowl. Up shit creek if they don't win a Super Bowl. The man, the myth, the legend, Bird Gang 31. Subscribe, everyone. Thank you, brother, for welcoming me back. I am excited. I am happy. And these last 2 weeks, I've had a lot to shit. Well, 3 weeks, actually, because after my show, I didn't do one the following set. That was a whole week. Then the following, I didn't do one. And now we're here. We had this past week. So I am excited. I am excited for this show. I've been busy at work to get that money, bro. Amen, brother. He's just exactly. I've said this time in and time out that Dak Prescott says the same shit when he does bad. I just got to do better. But you're fucking up the same way each and every time. Each and every time you're fucking up the same shit. Don't just talk. Be about it, homie. Be about it. But what I was saying, guys, about the whole Twitter Joe Burrow, he's about like Heisman Trophy winner, NCAA championship winner, and then if he wins the Super Bowl, that's 3. And Heisman, NCAA, Super Bowl, that all within a year. All within a year. So let's get back to what I was saying. You had dumbass Cowboy fans getting mad at me, telling me I need to go find another team to root for, calling me funky, calling me weirdo because I'm a fan of football, right? Even though the Dallas Cowboys are my team, I'm a fan of football, period, regardless of who the Cowboys are playing. If the Cowboys are playing a certain team, I'm going to talk shit and say, fuck that team. That team's garbage. That team's trash. Whatever, right? But the Cowboys aren't in it. The Cowboys have been out of it. We knew the Cowboys weren't going to do shit ever since the fucking Broncos game, if they even made it to the fucking playoffs at that point in time, right? We knew they weren't going to do a fucking thing. I started drinking the Kool-Aid again after the Washington game. My fucking mistake. But then I saw the Cardinals game, and I said, you know what? Fuck that. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going no fucking where. But, I digress. That's another situation altogether. I keep going off tangent. I forget what the fuck I'm saying. But I remember. I'm getting made fun of and being called a fucking weirdo because I am enjoying these were one of the best playoff series. Like, and when I mean series, I mean the 2 games and the divisional round, the 1 game in the championship round, and then the 2 games over here and the 1 game over here. Those were amazing football games, right? And I'm being told that I'm a fucking weirdo because I'm enjoying this, and I'm like, Joe Burrow, that dude is the man. That's the kind of quarterback I want on my fucking team. Everyone wants to sit there and say, "Oh, well, yeah, it's easy to do that when you have your team is, they have 3 turnovers." Really? Because if I recall us having 4 fucking turnovers in the first game of the fucking season, and Dak couldn't do a fucking thing. Joe Burrow, right? 3 turnovers at timely possessions. His defense, not Joe Burrow himself. But Joe Burrow, the Bengals have 3, they have turnovers, right? Turnovers. What the Cowboys are the best team in turnovers this year. They led the team. I get it. We didn't have shit against. Actually, we had an interception against the 49ers, right? It happened. But Joe Burrow overcomes 9 fucking sacks in the divisional round. 9 fucking sacks in the divisional round and makes it to the AFC championship game. And people are making excuses for fucking Dak Prescott. Talking about how, the Cowboys O-line isn't what it used to be. The Bengals O-line is garbage. And Joe Burrow, even though I don't think he threw a touchdown that game, still kept this team in the game. Still, it did. Because Joe Burrow is a fucking threat. When you have to defend against Joe Burrow in the pass, it opens up Mixon in the running fucking game. That's what happens when you have a dominant running back and a dominant quarterback. You want to know what fucking happens when you have a dominant running back and a mediocre to average quarterback? You want to know what fucking happens? Do I need not remind you of the wide receiver by committee bullshit a couple of years ago? Before Amari Cooper? People want to sit there and say that Dak Prescott saved Amari Cooper's career. Bullshit the other fucking way. The other fucking way around. That is ridiculous. That people actually have the audacity to say that shit. Cowboy fans have the audacity to say that shit. Cowboy fans want to sit there and say Dak Prescott elevates his wide receivers. I said, show me proof. They started naming names. Allen Hurns, right, was a named they named. You're telling me Allen Hurns, who got hurt in a playoff game, right? A playoff game, right? Got hurt. Was elevated by Dak Prescott by only having less than 300 yards receiving. That is elevation. That's elevation. I forget who the fuck else they named. Some fucking bullshit. You know, people want to sit there and talk shit about Dez Bryant and the shit that he's pulling. He's saying, I believe Dez Bryant. Any true Cowboy fan believes Dez Bryant. People want to sit there and say, oh, Dak Prescott was a whiny baby when Dak Prescott got there. He was already on the decline. No, homies. You need to understand the type of wide receiver that Dez Bryant was. He was not, and I repeat, he was not a Dak Prescott wide receiver. If you know anything about anything, and if you know Dak Prescott, does he hold on to the ball too long? No, because he has quick receivers that get open. But what he does is he waits for these fucks to get open. Because he can't throw up a 50-50 ball. Right? I mean, we've seen it with Gallup, but even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and again. Right? You understand that analogy? You understand that? Dez Bryant is not a Dak Prescott wide receiver. He was and is and always will be a Tony Romo wide receiver. Why? Why? Because Tony Romo can throw the ball up with accuracy, right, in the air and have Dez Bryant get the ball. Dak Prescott cannot do that. And I'm not trying to bring up Tony Romo at all, like in that way where like he's better than Dak. I'm not. I'm trying to compare the Dez Bryant with Romo to the Dez Bryant with Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott and Dez Bryant never worked because Dez Bryant is not a Dak Prescott kind of wide receiver. Amari Cooper is a Dak Prescott wide receiver who will burn the fuck out of you and get wide open. But why the fuck are we game planning for Cedric Wilson and not even Amari Cooper? People want to sit there and talk shit and say Amari Cooper's gone and spread rumors. And you have articles coming out. Articles coming out that Amari Cooper's gone, right? Him and Tank. Tank, I can sort of believe. I can. Only because I've been wanting him gone. You can't get rid of Amari Cooper for the sake of Dak Prescott. Look, I want Dak Prescott fucking out of here, right? I don't want him here. I've rocked with the dude for 4.5 years. The same thing with the last election, right? I was like, fuck Trump. Not this past one, but the one before. I was like, fuck Trump. Don't want him. Voted for fucking Hillary, right? Voted for him. But then it wasn't until like his last year and a half, I switched up and started seeing the shit that was going down, right? And I'm like, no, Trump's my dude, right? Same thing with Dak Prescott. I was like, but just reverse it. I was like, Dak's my guy. 4.5 years, Dak's my dude. The injury happened. You don't pay off a dude off of injury. You don't pay a dude off of a contract year. You just don't do it. Those are my 2 number 1 rules, right? Number 1A, number 1B. You don't pay a guy, and I get it. Franchise tag, whatever. But you knew what it was. And apparently, Jerry's already, to other Cowboy fans, Jerry is putting the writing on the wall to get rid of Dak. But we're married to the fucker for the next 3 years before we decide to take a $14 million bath, right, in dead money on his 4th year, because I guarantee you the fuck will be good, because you're not going to have Zeke in 3 years. You're not going to have Amari in 3 years. You're not going to have the defense you have unless you draft correctly defensively, right? Cedric Wilson is a product of what is out there. You take that away, Cedric Wilson is nothing, right? I'm not even talking about Gallup, because Gallup's just too hurt. To me, I don't give a fuck if he saves or goes at this point, because to me, this whole team is shot. It's shot. People want to make fun of me. People want to make fun of me because I've been saying for the past 3 years, get rid of Tyron Smith. Send him to a fucking team that needs him and get a number 1 pick, because he still has that value. But no, I'm being told that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But yet they want to blame this fucking offensive line for Dak Prescott's failures, right? And Kellen Moore. So which is it? You can't have your cake and eat it too. You just can't, right? That's not possible. I mean, I can have my cake and eat it too, because I do it, right? I can play both sides because I'm good at it. My manipulation skills are impeccable. But when it comes to this shit, and my fucking team, people are going to sit there and make fun of me like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. When it comes to my fucking team, sit there and tell me that we can't trade Tyron Smith, yada, 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 and then sit there and blame the O-line because of Dak Prescott's failures. Really? Really? Why is it now? Why now are people saying get rid of Tyron Smith? This fucker misses at least 4 to 5 games a year. He has at least let's give it every 3 games, you can at least attest for him 6 holding penalties. And one of those 3 games, he'll have a flawless game. The next 2 games, guess what? 3 holding penalties in each game. It's fucking ridiculous. The flip-floppiness of this fucking fan base. Look, this is what is the problem with the Dallas Cowboy fan base. Those fucking 8 and even some of the 20%ers. Look, I'm gonna let you in on a little harsh reality of myself. The Dak Prescott's, the Jalen Hurts's, the Kyler Murray's, the Ezekiel Elliott's, the Jason Embiid's, Ben Simmons's, all the fucking star athletes of the world, anyone in any league anywhere. Guess what? They don't give a fuck about you or I. So why the fuck should I give a fuck about them? Seriously, why? Are they going to fucking help me feed my family? Fuck no. Fuck no. They got their money, they're good. Us real people, we got our problems. So this attachment to a player on a team baffles the shit out of me. Do I like said player while he's on my team? Of course I do. If he's good, I'm a huge fan of that player while he's on my team. But the moment he steps off this team, fuck him. Fuck him. Emmitt Smith, he was on this team. Was it sentimental when he left? When I'd see him play with the Cardinals, it was like, that's weird. Yeah. But fuck him. He plays for a different team, wears different colors. And that's what is the problem with this fan base. This fan base is more player-oriented fan than the actual team. Because if they were an actual team fan base, they would have been saying, get rid of Tyron Smith 3 years ago. They'd be saying, don't sign Dak Prescott to a 4-year, $160 million contract that he has right now. Don't do that with Tank. 14 sacks 1 year. His contract year, 10 and a half. Or was it? Yeah, 10 and a half. And then you're going to sign him to 20 mil. And people want to tell me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But then tell me that Tank is great against the run. But yet we are bottom of the barrel in the run defense. And then tell me he makes a difference. Those people are fucking morons. I can understand if he made a difference and we were top 15 when he's in there, right? But we're not. I mean, the difference from when he's in there and when he's not, it ain't much. It ain't. I think it's like maybe an extra yard per carry. As a matter of fact, I think when he's in there, we're worse against the run than when he's not. Thank you, Mitch. I need a break for a second because I'm about to transition to a whole nother thing that people are going to flip out about because I'm about to piss some people off. Maybe not, but we'll see. I see my homie Duke Ballers is in here. Eagles O-line is better than that. Okay, great, homie. If that's what you think, cool. But I'm trolling Cowboy fans. I'm trolling the Brian Flores situation. That's what I'm about to go into. And I don't give a fuck. Okay. But you got to draft well, defense in the past. Draft is not, but it's not the O-line's fault. It's Dak's. No, it's a mixture of both. It's a mixture of both. But when you have fucks giving excuses to Dak Prescott because of this O-line and Joe Burrow can overcome that trash O-line, miss me with that, homie. Miss me with that shit. You know, Andrew Thomas better than Tyron Smith. Cool. Bandwagon rule number 2. You cannot be a fan of Team A because of player B. Exactly. Yo, what's up, Boyz4Life? I'm a Giants fan. I love the content. Thank you, Nate. Talk Sports. Thank you. I've been gone for fucking 2 weeks, 3 weeks, right? 3 weeks. Because the last time I did a show, a whole week went by. Saturday came, didn't do a show. A whole week went by. Second Saturday came, didn't do a show because I've been working. And this past week came. So this is I'm back. I'm back, and I have a lot to say. So, guys, we're going to transition to the fucking bullshit and what I call the ultimate troll of Brian Flores. The 8 people are in here. Please share this. The 7, please share this. Let me get some likes right now. I don't know how many I got, but I would like some likes. Let me see how many I got. 5. I don't know how many I got on BGN, but guys, I've been wanting to say this. I have on Twitter, but we know Brian Flores, like, aside from skin color, isn't like black, right? We know that. I mean, if you know that he's not like black, right? I mean, his skin color says he is, but like if you look at his ethnicity, I mean, he's not, right? I mean, his last name is Flores, for crying out loud. He's from fucking Central America, right? And I'm not saying blacks can't be from America or anywhere, but what I'm saying is, I get his ethnic, not just his nationality is not just Honduras, right? However you say that, he's Honduras, right? That's his nationality. That's the country he's from, right? But his last name is straight up Flores. That's a Hispanic fucking last name. Now, I'm sure somewhere down the line, there's black in his family. But Honduras down there are normally dark. And the reason why I'm even speaking of the shit, because look at my skin color, right? I'm brown. I'm Hispanic, right? I'm Hispanic. My great-grandfather is from straight up Mexico. Straight up fucking Mexico. Came over here in the early 1900s or the late 1800s as a kid. But Brian Flores could actually claim race as black, ethnicity Hispanic because of his skin. I mean, because of his last name, because that's what he is. And his nationality is Honduras. And it fucking cracks me up, people. Cracks me up. The shit that he put out there into the ether about racism. And all the fucking fanboys, the fuckboys. I don't give a fuck if you're cool with me or not. The fucking jackasses of the world. We're talking about, yeah, good job, Brian Flores. Way to be the whistleblower, yada, yada, this and then the third. Because of all the shit he was talking about. Because he didn't get hired nowhere. So he's playing that card. Playing that card, right? Of woe is me. I'm black. I didn't get hired. So I'm going to blow the whistle. And there are no black coaches. Right. That's what he's doing. When you had NFL GMs fire back at the bullshit that he put out. Making his dumbass look fucking stupid. The shit from the Broncos, the Giants shit. Look, it's a dog-eat-dog world out there. Right? We all know this, and I'm losing people as I'm talking about this shit because they don't fucking agree because they're bitches. You think I give a fuck? But it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, and it's not always what you know, but who you know. Brian Flores, for all we knew, could have had the position with the Giants. But when they hired a dude that came from Buffalo, right? Came from the GM from they hired a dude and made him the GM. He came from Buffalo. I would have done the same fucking thing. I'm going to hire my boy that I know as my head coach. Not some fucking dude I don't. And if that shit don't work, then go ahead. I'll hire someone else. Hey, homie, look, bro, you ain't cutting the mustard. You ain't cutting it. I'm going to go hire someone else. But for Brian Flores to actually sit there and talk shit and say that the NFL has systemic racism, and like Brian Arakpo, whatever the Arakpo, I think it's Brian, right? No, not Brian. Sorry, Emmanuel Arakpo, right? Or Arachno, whatever the fuck his name is, right? Talking about nepotism and systematic racism, and if you add a black coach, yada yada, because they're black players. You know how dumb he fucking sounded with that interview? It's their fucking team. Does he not realize? Like, it's their fucking team. They can do whatever the fuck they want. Hire anyone that they want to fucking hire because it's their shit. Right? No one's going to tell me how to do my shit. If I want to hire a bunch of fucking Mexicans, I will. If I want to hire a bunch of fucking whites, I will. If I want to hire a bunch of black people, I will. I don't give a fuck. Right? If I want to win, I will do the best man for the job. Now, if I'm trying to help my people out, right? Whether that's my friends who are white or black or Mexican, or my family who's white, or my family who's black, or my family who's Mexican, I will do that shit too. I don't give a fuck. Because it's this in this life is who makes it and then who does that person help? That's what this life is about, people. If you want shit done, you do it your fucking self. Now, I get it. He wanted to interview. He didn't think he got a fair shake. But at least bring proof. What proof has he brought? All the fucking fuck faces out in the Twitter world talking about, yeah, Brian Flores, I stand with him. He's bringing this. He's bringing attention. No, he's not. No, he's not. You want to know why? Because where the fuck has it been for the last week and a half? Where the fuck? He blackballed himself for the remainder of his career. He's done. He's done. He wants to sit there and say, the Dolphins were trying to pay me, what was it, $100,000 or whatever it was a game to throw, right? In 2019. But yet he doesn't want to bring this shit up then, or at least wash his hands and walk away from it. He doesn't want to do that shit. He wants to throw a tantrum, right? Throw a fucking tantrum. And when he doesn't get his way, he wants to start talking shit. He wants to start running his mouth. Like this is what, like, I'm not saying anyone isn't educated. But if you don't have critical thinking skills, if you don't know what is what and how to piece shit together, I'm doing it for you while I'm drunk, while I'm drinking. Because that's how smart I am. Brian Flores, who's a fucking Latino from Central fucking America, who's Honduras, was talking shit and trying to play the fucking race card because of his skin. That's where I have a problem. These fucks always playing the race card. These sensitive fucks and everyone trying to follow suit because, let's just follow suit because he must be right without any proof. Without any fucking proof. And guess what? He's done in the NFL. An average coach at best. You're going to say that, look what he did with the Dolphins. He had a 7-game winning streak, yada, yada, in the third. Against what fucking teams? The Jets? The Jaguars? The Texans? Let's look this shit up right quick, people. We're looking this shit up because this made me laugh. Which I got. Okay, so New England didn't really give a fuck. They lost to Tennessee 34-3, right? They beat the Saints, right? Who were, people want to say, they have they're trash. With no fucking true quarterback, the Saints are fucking garbage. Fuck that defense, right? Any competent offense could run through that fucking defense, and it was proven with the Eagles. The Jets, trash. The Giants, with a backup quarterback, trash. The Panthers, trash. Baltimore, but at that point, I don't even think fucking Lamar Jackson was playing. Guys, you think I give a fuck right now? I don't, because we're going to play something because I got to go take a fucking piss real quick, and then we will come right back to, actually, I think it's gone. Anyway, guys. This shit right here.
We are Commanders. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Washington Commanders football team. We've got a new slogan. Yeah, we took it off of Farmers. The fact of the matter is, we are Commanders. Boy, it gets better every time, I tell you guys. Hey, like I always tell you guys from the Rally Captain, you rep it hard, but don't rep it all. It's your boy Rally Captain, and we are Commanders. Love it, guys. Take care.
that is something that we're going to talk about next. Right? The fucking Commanders bullshit. Right? And that's going to be short and sweet. But anyways, I already know I'm losing people because I'm down to 4 fucking viewers. And to be honest, what Bleacher, everything's going fucking crazy right now. Let's see what's going on over here. Oh, but anyway, let's get back to what I was talking about. And then the Texans, right? They lost to the Jaguars, right? Indy was on a roll when they played them. You know, Buffalo, like Brian Flores is a average fucking coach at best. Average fucking coach. It's fucking ridiculous. The shit that I watch and I listen to on the media and then on Twitter, it's fucking ridiculous. Cool, bro. Troy Aikman, you think he sucks. That's great. But guess what? He's got 3 Super Bowls, homie. I don't give a fuck. He's the guy. He's the guy. But so Brian Flores blackballed himself. A fucking Latino from Central America. Right. That's what he did. Trying to play that race fucking card with no proof of anything. Any fucking thing. That lawsuit is going to fall to the wayside because it's a bunch of bullshit. On the rec, like I said, you can think he's trash, even though he's one of the most accurate passers, period, which is why he was the number 1 fucking draft pick of the NFL when he got drafted in 89, right? I mean, number 1 draft pick coming out of Oklahoma, what was it? UCLA, Oklahoma. Yeah. And then he played for both, UCLA, then Oklahoma. Well, anyway. Troy Aikman is one of the best quarterbacks out there and people want to sit there and say, oh, he only had 25,000 passing yards. Yada. You not realize he was in a running league at that time? Plus, they had the Great Wall of Dallas at that point. Plus, the best running back in the fucking world. See, you want to know why Troy Aikman is the shit? You can sit there and call him garbage, call him trash, whatever you want to call him. He did his thing when he, if Emmett was there or not, because Emmett did most of the work. But when it was time to call on Aikman, he delivered. That's why he's the shit. 3 fucking Super Bowls. 4 NFC championship. Unlike Donovan McNabb, who lost 3 out of the 4 NFC championship games he went to, Troy Aikman won 3 out of the 4 he went to. I don't understand is why the Dolphins got rid of him. Okay, so let me explain it. So people that can't put everything together, right? NYG31, know you're in here, so it's going to be directed at you. Brian Flores put out there that they're trying to get Deshaun Watson. Lost all faith in Tua. Didn't want Tua. He was pushing for Deshaun Watson. And they can sit there and say, which I haven't seen, maybe I'm out of the loop, maybe I don't know and y'all can educate me, but they were sitting there saying that he also got fired because he wasn't trying to bring in Tom Brady to the Dolphins. Which, if you're just smart, period, right? No matter if you're a GM, an owner, or whatever, You should already know Tom Brady is at his age is going to go to the most contender, right? The winningest team, not the win, but the one he believes can be. To be honest with you, if the Cowboys offered him something, if Green Bay offered, and this is if not Rodgers not there, Green Bay offered him something, the Titans offered him something, the Bucks, whatever, whoever had the most contentionship, right? I think who's ever the best contender to go to the Super Bowl, that's who he would have gone with. But all these teams that I named already have their dude. The Bucks didn't have and Jameis Winston, really? So that was another thing, which I find bullshit. But they got rid of Brian Flores, which it was a surprise to me, right? Until I took a dive into it. And even though he won those 7 games in a row or whatever, right? Fucking everything up, right? For the Eagles, I think. No, was it the Eagles? No. They just fucked shit up for themselves. I forgot what the fuck I was doing a dramatic pause. I forgot. Anyway. But yeah, that's why they got rid of Brian Flores, because he wasn't he's not a good head coach, and then he was putting that shit out there with Deshaun Watson and giving up on Tua, even though Tua's the guy in Miami. That's why. So it was a little bit of a shock. That's what I was going with. It was a shock to me a little bit because of the win streak. But then when I took a dive into it and realized who the fuck they were playing, right, and then who they've lost to, and then all the shit that's going down, I was connecting my own dots that are more than likely accurate, 100% accurate. What's up, Boyz4Life? How's it going, man? It's been exactly uncensored. It has been a while, bro. I've been out working, doing shit, bro. But I'm back. You know, the past couple of weekends I have been off from the shit because of work. So, hey, bro, we'll be in Texas in April if you're around and got some time. Let's get a beer. Where in Texas are you going to be? Because if you're going to be in the counting down city, the 210, let me know. Let me know, homie. Well, first off, before all this, during the draft, Flores wanted Herbert. He was banging on the table for Herbert, but the front office went with Tua. That's when this all started. I get it, right? But if you don't want the quarterback that you want, right? If you don't get the quarterback that you want, then you got to work with what the GM is giving you. And if you don't like it, then you know what? It's not best, right? It's not best to go out there and put out there that, you know, you're trying to get someone else if you don't want Tua, right? And whether, I don't know, because there has no proof been shown whether Flores was even paid to throw games when that was even out there. Aside from why you bringing it up now, actually, Houston kids. Oh yeah, bro, I'm like 4 hours away from that shit. Like, yeah, that's a haul for me, homie. But let's get back to what you're talking about. If you're being paid to lose games, like, I'm washing my hands, and for me, that is morally unethical because I'm not here to fucking lose games. You know what I mean? Like, it's either you comply to try to lose those games, or you don't and you blow the whistle there. Not fucking 3 years later. You know what I'm saying? I just find, and this is where I lost a lot of my viewers, and I find it funny. It fucking cracks me up because of that shit. Because the whole Brian Flores situation can eat a dick. Like, I'll drive and meet you, man. Plus, when I lived there, never got to come out. Oh, bro, like if you want to come to SA, homie, like let me know. Like I'll tell my chick, hey, one of my homies from the YouTube world wants to fucking get a beer, and I haven't been out in a hot minute, dog. So we probably will go to some bum ass bar and just fucking kick it, and get a beer, and hang out. I'm too old to be fucking bar hopping around. But if you want to get a beer, just let me know if you come down here to my neck of the woods, and we'll meet up somewhere. Maybe some Buffalo Wild Wings, get some wings and some beer. Just let me know. But guys, I'm coming up on my hour. I had a fun time being back. It's just what's just me. I want to know what's just me. Sounds great, bro. Not about chicks, haha. Just a place with good food and beer. Yeah, homie. Like I got my girl and my kid on the way, so I ain't worried about nothing else, bro. Yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings and some beer, bro. We can watch. You're coming down. First of all, friend. Whenever you're coming, I'm Buffalo Wild Wings got all the games on, but I'm trying to figure out what Jadis Young said. It's just you. What's just me? I want to know what's just me. I mean, this is where I do my best shit, right here. When someone tries to call me out on some bullshit and they don't know, I was saying it's just you on the stream. Oh yeah. Just me on the stream. I haven't been here in 3 weeks. Like I had my stream on a Saturday 3 weeks ago, missed the following week, didn't do it Saturday, missed the following week, missed this week, right? I don't do streams during the week, and then I'm here today. So it's been about 3 weeks. So yeah, it's just me on the stream, running my mouth, doing my shit. But in about a couple of weeks, I'm gonna invite some guests on, give them 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. And we're gonna talk some shit. But guys, this is what I wanted to get off my chest. Like if you watch the first 30 minutes of this, and anyone, and I mean anyone that is on here that knows Cowboy fans, tell them to come here and watch the first 30 minutes. The first 30 minutes, because they will shit a brick because of the shit that I'm saying. But anyways, guys, I've had fun. What's up, Eagles Uncensored? Judas, what's up? Guys, I've had a great time being on here. Trying to finish this beer. You know what? Before I go, so I really don't feel like talking about football no more, and I got like a minute left. Actually, I got more time, but I really don't feel like fucking talking. I've gotten to this new show, guys. It's Peaky Blinders. It's not a new show. It's a new show for me. It's a little bit out there, but anyway, fuck that. Let's go back to football, guys. I've had a great time with you. I've had a great time here. You know what? I need to keep this up because this is what we are. We are NFC East champs, and no one can take that fucking away from us. But guys, let's remember something. That show was fire, bro. Tried to get my wife to watch it, but she won't. Homie, I'm on season 4, episode 3. I don't know if they ended. Well, I would assume they ended it because it's up until 2019. But yeah, Peaky Blinders is the shit. And Like, the only thing that pisses me off is that there's only 6 episodes of fucking season. But this show is legit. I've been binge watching it for the past like 4 or 5 days. So I'm almost done. I got a whole other. I'm halfway done with season 4, and I got a whole other season to go. But anyways, guys, that's all I got. I'm out of here. Laters.